Good morning. Beautiful day. October 28th, 2022. October 28th, 2022. When I can take cash box now, you have to say, one no more, you have to say, one no more. But I don't talk about the one for long left and say, all right. You do well. You know, some people, you see, we didn't laugh no more, but there's a lot of things. But people, they push we, they ticklish we, you know. We know how open up that can of worms. When it's man say can of worms, you know, open that candidate, the below, they all come out and do, we give up and down. But with the left hand, you see, what we want to talk about is this. You see Milton Magai, we see the protest where they protest against Professor Philip Kanu, whether the principal of Milton Magai Technical University. You know, salon people, now we talk to una about the fact that lecturers, then they go there picking them. We tell una, say 6 lecturers, then drive them, they arrest them. Matter of fact, the principal make them even lock them up at the police station. 6 lecturer them. When they sleep with picking them for grades, then they threaten the picking and say, if you don't sleep with me, you know they pass. If you don't give me money, you know they pass. Those kind devilish people in the wire. And this is the thing when they happen in our society for so long. Papa they send them girl picking them for go school, for go learn. Then only for the lecturer go rape them, go use undue influence over them. We see this man, the principal, again, this man is support man and right for support anybody who want for support. You know, they come in defense of him or anything, but it's the fact that then guys, then yeah, what would they tell us say tribalism in our nation?
Ibrahim, the principal in a university for come publicly and support a political party, I don't know. Waiting at the fate of the students when they supporting political party.
That's an angle. Where again, the technicalities, right? People's power, because everybody get right for support so that they want for support, right? But then looking at your position in society and everything, you have to be cautious. So that's the deep side, right? People's power. But the fact of the matter remains, this same principle, at least we can see now, then go report to and say, hey, 6 of these lecturers them, then they rape them pikia, then they sleep with them, sex for grades, then they ask for money, they are corrupt. He arrests them. He take action. He protects the Pekin that college day. The next thing we hear, somebody people like come out, they say from State House, then go reinstate the guy them back, get them and job them. Then the whistleblower we call out the issue for say, hey, when I look on the wire, then they sleep with them Pekin, and they ask for grade, and they video them when they sleep with the Pekin them back, then they make sex videos with the Pekin for the Pekin them. Can you imagine that kind of here? The principles take action, people's power. When they take action, people then come up from State House or so, then come, they reinstate the guy them. We make noise back, they pull them back. But now, when they hear an audio, when the guy they tell them what's the reality, because again, a communicator can't touch on that side. When you talk about tribalism, oh, these guys they get inflamed. Then they because they know they pay attention to what thing they do. Inside America, we don't talk again. For the blacks, they able to get freedom. Then we can call the white people racist. If you don't call them racist, how them they can take people in Africa, then they can sell them overseas, America, London, all of them places today. We people them slavery from the 1700s. They sell with people them. These guys are nothing but racist. They are slave traders. So people call out their names them. Well, that is what the SLPP. These guys know what they call them when they put themselves together. This Mende clan where they get, because all Mende people terrible. But you get this section of this SLPP where they don't take themselves as the Mende clan day, where they go against everything that I country. Where you want to touch them now, they all say, hey, now we party this, now we're in the power, you know, and then we tell them, say, when I left this Mende business, when I'm Professor Philip Kanuru, oh, the man is tribalist now, look at the call, them Mende people there, they call them Mende, them Mende. You see, this is the problem. They could not protest against the sexual abuse, sexual harassment. Lecturers making sex videos of girls, lecturers asking for sex, for grades, lecturers asking for money. They're not even for protest for that day. That they don't matter to them. What it matter to them? Now when Professor Philip Kanu call out, he say, hey, una left this Mende business, people don't tired of the country. Any side they go on a contract and they perform. Whatever for arrest now, they say now party this, now term this, now we not the Mende people, now we get this party right now, now we the government. He don't tell them, say, as he talk now one day, now the only tell them they at one. Now they tell them they infects for come now for can challenge the man. So these are the things we can't talk about. But we tell salon people again, we don't need real faf talk that corner. You see, section 25, section 26. If anybody, most people in Sabia today, now this platform make them Sabia. We also say section 25. You have the protections to your freedoms of expression and the media. It means you have a right to free speech. We also say section 26. It means say you have the protections to your freedoms of assembly and association. It means say you get right for assemble and you get right for associate Assembly means say you get right. Forget that together. Associate, you can protest, assemble, and protest. Now, in this section of the Constitution, now we this way come open up the eyes of people. We called for protest December 1, we all are one. Back the way to September 2019, the first set of Sierra Leoneans, they will come up for protest. We supported them because protest is protected within the confines of the Constitution. Nobody not tell us, go burn the police station, go kill the police here. If anybody can, no. Then come out, we see where the government ostracize them. Then go up to the American embassy, go try for protesting. Maria Brewer no allow them because Maria Brewer no give them protection. We then go run after them. They couple of people then go detain them, then torture them, woman them, boy picking them. Kerengona Begazi. Now we this with a support protest because again the SLPP protest. Now Prince Adin come out protest for Lawrence Lima. Now the SLPP then come out and protest for Samsumana after where that Timba Wahala will be coming out here with President Kuruma fire up. Now we see them guys they had in the protest in the country because it is protected. President Kuruma allowed them. So all of a sudden now, when it ain't come to power, protest not to right again. Then they say then they go against the constitution of the people. So we not talk all that day, we support all that one and day. Today we fight for them. Today we talk to lawyers them for them. So man don't get injury for a life. December 1, we all are one. We see now we call that protest. It was sabotaged by them on the social media. Now some even inside the APC as a political party, they friend they say, hey, December 1, we all are one. Do you have no mix there? Inside Sierra Leone, people not get mind for protest. When we be a protest that is leaded, whether the leader in the society lead them protest the day. So God that is there, it gets weight. Government don't get mind go shoot anybody, kill anybody. But when somebody from anywhere just fringely they call people, they tell them for them go burn here, go burn so, and this automatically don't become a violent protest. We just sit down with a watch. Salon people will not go inside the can of worms, will not open them yet. We know how we feel. But go ahead.
Ibrahim, the December 1, we all are one. The protest was sabotaged by a single person in Adebayo. Right. A week for the protest happening, they make an audio say if someone come and come for protest, make no one come for protest. We come request to platform. We refuse not for talk about the August 10 protest because we believe say protest that people are right. Protest either a formal or informal law, now the right of every citizen for protest. So we decide to say, okay, if people and no longer protest will come, will talk. This one they happy to see the reason why make some of us say, no, just keep mute. People they have for protest, but no, just keep mute on the protest as a platform. We refuse not say anything, but we didn't condemn protest. Not say if someone not come out, supposed to come out, let no one come out. No, we didn't say that. Me, still the thing for talk so busy. People for not for come out. I get a guilt on so many things. So I don't go talk. I refuse for talk because maybe if I will come out and then tell the day, I don't look say okay, let it happen. So until that thing for us, other people for us save. I get that guilt on me, but I don't regret for that. No, me no ever come for condemn anybody come for protest, but we refuse to condemn. But we keep quiet, and when the protest happen now, we don't be the platform where they talk about the problem every day. Who they advocate for lawyers, and then we talk for them. When they talk to them, right, the killing, when they kill, when they burn. Every day we talk about it. We say, in as much as the protest may end up with violence, which 90% of protests can all over the world can become violent, but the government guys for protest problems too. We condemn all the killing that happen. So nobody know the first that from when they know August they will happen, when they kill, we don't talk for them past this platform. In as much as also call for protest, in as much as we get you a small difference. Now we get you thing will be the same reason. The thing will be talk behind the scene. Will be the scene. Will be the same. Of the kind of media and talk. Anything we talk na facts. We know Ibrahim a very pathetic for people in the field say who they can't talk just because we disagree. Me disagree some of the things of women they do. People in talk say me come quitter. Before Anes can for Anes people are for work. Anes Kuruma with the top president me beat me for work. I don't take 17 years for me work. Before and that's he met me as a chief instructor. You know, my Ibrahim, you know, when it's called somebody chief instructor, everything I did training.
My brother,
he meets me as a CN and unit chief instructor. So and it's going to say no, I know one day after because I was working honestly. So for letting them go and make cheap politics because me I paid off APC member. And what kind of politics? I make it very clear. Say I can't join APC for faith because that's what my American tell them say. But APC not big pass Salon pass APC. Where that point reach for letting they want put Salon APC above Salon, meaning they agree because Salon is bigger than APC. That's where I hold my MPs accountable. Say when I need for act. So for them there's but they're not a topic anyway. Topic today now for talk about the teachers them and the lecturers them.
Enough for don't begin this talk because you see. Me as Sabi me said, you see people in our social media, I need to talk about these things. Now, the sympathizers of Adebayo, and they warn them I dey warn them within the APC for telling say the day where Adebayo they attack anyone per week directly, anyone per week. That's when they say on against with we na social media. That's when they forget about Salon. We they talk now about the things them where really people they don't do within the APC. You know, because come here now they're going to talk say obviously I know what they talk. They say it's no a master, cabas not no a missus. They're going to talk say how you now because you be one job and na APC they not give you. And you know the job where you be want, you can tell the people the job where you be want. Now that they let me they wait for. Because if you be one job, the kind of relationship where you get, you still now you dey defend na your APC, now you dey defend Anescoma, now you dey defend Anescoma on a two kind of like the general relationship where you been the work. If you be one job, surely you for me don't kind of like push and get the job. Just because you dey go after the APC now they try for translate like I say. Now because you they not give you job, APC not give you job. Now APC now make you go down Panama Road for almost 9 months. These are the very APC where you they defend. Now they talk say that because they not give you job, now make you to go after APC. Because in their own translation, going after the MPs for their failing that the APC you they go after. That's like their own definition. No. Now here we see the Ghanaian MPs them. Right now the finance minister that Ghana don't resign because the MPs them stand up. Yep. You don't see. I listen to even though like this guy in a possible way I don't ever kind of like you know not a possible way I believe in utterances them sometimes because in a possible way you know like yo-yo. It flip flop. Yeah. This man that America Kutubu. Thank you. Kutubu do an audio where in the tribe will talk about although I don't believe what he the tribe will say, oh Chaiko Kono for that kind of like say he go call for protest. That is stupid. That is nonsense. But just the tribe for kind of like expose certain things them which Chaiko Kono for don't do. Call parliament, call the ministers them for America answer to
as
parliament.
The leader of your position.
But for saying Chaiko Kono for don't do that, Chaiko Kono for call for protest, like for me that is stupid. Anyway, you know Ibrahim, this na come question we don't defend APC now make them go lock up 9 months. 9 months.
Thank you.
Just because of APC.
Thank you.
Because now it go after the parliamentarian them. We're responsible for Salon in demise, Salon in trouble, Salon in number. People that they come now and say that man of the people and never they come out and say now, oh, now because you don't get job, now I make come here to go.
No, actually, something I within the APC tell them. Let me tell you something as works. Me like footballer for now, we know that I'm like footballer we like Messi the kind. Any team wants me. If I want who can resign, I work man you. I do
thank you.
You know, let me tell you something, Kasi. Anybody will make road, where they make the road, you know, say where they drive day, you know exactly where the guy with the slow, where speed bump day.
Absolutely.
Anybody will make road, now put you know say as in yeah they do fine. You know say the way Richard asked that so not different for me.
That's true.
I know exactly 28 years of serving from the APC of Kumomo, come to MPS2 and MPS2, come to Jankaba, come to Anescoma, to Marabu. I know who said so many things that went wrong. Let one positive me say, who don't can defend APC. The most difficult side, that the civil sector, we able to do things they do that's be that for all the civil sector to ransom the exposed in the APC. Nobody will ever doing this talks alone.
Then Chris,
Africa separate. Then it's more establishment like me or that for challenge government for political sector than thing alone.
Then Chris,
me are the ones.
So you know, because that means that thing when me know the talk. I want you know me. What make us say me the talk? Let's see. You know, we get beaucoup for me. I don't say we get team for pay attention, pap. But I tell you, see. Anybody, I don't tell them, let them know this, and I proof for them. If it's somebody who makes the road, I don't say speed bump day. If you don't drive off like speed bump, the drive off like speed bump. I don't sacrifice my life, my service, 28 years service, I sacrifice for nothing for defending the Salon. Let me tell you something as box. APC, Salon and APC, they defend social media. My problem, all I get why I got SFPB. If I was not identified as an APC member, then they never target me. Therefore, the time for bring me at the camp. If I'm an APC member, why they go lock me up? I know you know witness where they're coming for say like the account. You know witness now why they talk so because I made this about they're coming for like the account. They want to say money for me. I tell them say no.
Yes.
I say all the thing want to equal opportunity. Absolutely, they can be on social media. I don't be.
You know, Kashi.
This is one in Lord of God.
Kashi and comrade.
Now one me they want them.
Kashi
APC me they want because now they talk stupid talk. Now one me they want them. If they make this thing area, who they forget about Salon Force? Who they deal with research now social media? I'm not even joking. Seriously, I'm not even the joke.
Kashi,
Because that goes all where it costs me, mama. Now that's saying now me they come now for career. I don't, you know, the sleeping dog they lie. I don't allow the sleeping dog for lie. But if that goes where it costs me, mama, seriously, you know, will they go another level? I swear to God, it will go another level.
Kashi,
I don't want them, and the sympathizers of this idiot, I don't want them.
absolutely. You know, Comrade Kashi, you see, I believe I don't get this connection with your comrade, so you're not going to get me now also. But you see, if the fact of the matter remains, like I would say no more, this is a warning. Because only area have snippets them. I have small talk, then a corner, people they talk nonsense and everything. We open up the can of worms. Like I would say, we don't defend democracy in Sierra Leone. Then like a lot of you guys can come and talk, and because we create a space for Leon for come and get that freedom. We open up on our eyes, on our minds, so things they want to not sabi, want to know. So if we go school, but outside the school all want to go, and that's no more. But these are all the things. This is the things what they say. We want now. We never reach there.
Sorry for cutting. When protests happen, let them tell me how many politicians come out there identify themselves for the people. We not only who identify themselves for them say they're not for looking about. They kill. Let them so everybody when a politician condemn what happen, they put themselves no support violence, no support this. They even support mother building for saying that violence they do. They nobody no get my talk say the police get no get for kill. Every politician from Cherry Kokuna, even the APC, all my that show themselves, we will come, we assure themselves for the people. We say they get for protest because we don't get for use police for kill them. When they we'll talk about them. So we don't show some amount of, you know, we have to be sincere in the fight.
Comrade.
In as much as say, even if the police be wrong, but we identify ourselves for the people with their own. We talk for them, make videos, make audios, make complaints.
Do audio, they defend the people and whilst then they protest, whilst then they on. Like even to the extent, like me personally do audio and say, look, if they behave so to the people and the military get rights for takeover. I did, and it is right. It's within the confines of the law. I did.
You know, you see, with all of that, and comrade, to that point, right, you know, to that point, one of the make so, that is exactly what we're talking about now. Again, hindsight 2020, but like I would say, this now warning shot no more. If people are fasting that talk of that protest, and TSL people they investigate them protest nonsense when they set up a committee and all of that stuff. But we know say the salon people and they like today. Now we this way they advocate for them after the fact. African Express get over 500 names of people that will go missing. People there for registered and run up and down that country. The one they organize the protest, the PPP, they get lawyer, they forgot defending people there. Where the defense so they don't put up for go protecting people there? These are some of the questions. But with the talk with the left hand ass off with this particular one, this is a warning shot. When we called for December 1, we all are one there. People them sabotage that protest. A very peaceful protest from Sierra Leone itself. Yes, sir.
Ibrahim, this protest we don't happen. So this protest we don't happen since when the protest finished. We then catch hundreds of Sierra Leoneans, them put them behind bars, then end up for charge them go to court. I want to tell people they would listen to we say they don't jail over 50 Sierra Leoneans. Them we then go protest. We not them constitutional right for make them come out and protest. The other one they we then jail yesterday. Then jail them based on waiting them find out. Then say they all with placards. That thing way then the old, let paper out then the old, we then the right. Say Marabiu must go. So according to the magistrate, he say they find them guilty because the old placard they involve themselves in a protest. And this same magistrate no say now the citizens the right for make a protest, make a right now the placard say, you know what, Marabiu, let Marabiu go. So the organizers of the protest, we in this platform, we can always talk say we know they against any protest because now we the citizens then right, now we right for make we come out and protest peaceful one. But now today, the people them will say now them responsible for the protest. Then provide lawyers for the people. Then they go ahead and jail the people them every day. Today where they talk to you, so Ibrahim, 15 of them protesters then they appear before magistrate Selu Choka.
Yes, that lady.
Then the 15 of them back they appear today. Yesterday he jailed about 8 of them or so where he jailed yesterday.
Right.
So today 15 of them back they appear before him. How much eager for jail back today?
That is.
And it continuously, persistently they jail the people. Now some of we they call them lawyers and they talk to them, they update we. You know, Ibrahim, not to follow you call something there, you know they do the follow up. But we get a lot of Sierra Leoneans them with the inside jail, with the language writer as a result of a peaceful protest where them feel say now the right and now so the law tell we say now the right for make them come out peaceful and protest. Now today then they take people and now they say for protest. Then they take people they say
and the only hope where the people and get right now people's power now for make because you know like the people and wait for protect them then they protect them. The only hope now for make sense them these governments go out of power.
Yes.
And then the government will go out of power. The team will for make the government go out of power. Now Indian parliamentary and they condone the registration process. Then they mess them up. For remember that they don't begin to cook the election. The thief, the way the thief, they don't get mind talk about it for expose this government. Now I negotiate on this government with all the thief, with all the desire, the way they undermine democracy, then they derail the process. Everything. The Samoa Kamara waiting for allow for make the guy get free for free chance for run the election. Then they sabotage them. They don't even they make Samoa Kamara get chance. The chance rebuilding, even though they go say the case then are cut. These are all of the things. Then they derail the process. The only chance. Because when the people are doing that,
so this now no say a law in this country. Now a precedent, now a law in this country, especially when within at the southeast, because I understand say a lot of when within at the southeast, when they listen to this program, when within at the southeast, when southeasterners them where when they support the SLPP, 80% of when SLPP when they support. And now una rights for make una come out and protest whether na SLPP or na APC dey in governance. We see where the APC be in governance, we see una they come out and stage a protest. They not jail nobody. So now they just tell una say there is a law now, a precedent, because law where they don't make precedent, it don't become law. There is a precedent now we don't show say anybody will come out for protest, then catch you with placard. Once you come out in protest, they for jail you for 30 months. Maybe they go jail you for 28 months, jail you for 24 months. Una waiting at the southeast, law na listening and listening carefully say, if the government get for change to my way, you and I know say government the change on the 24th of June 2023, government the change. Where government change, we get a new government. We get the APC government in power. When the APC government they come in power, they are the beg una just sit them quietly and not protest until and unless APC done the 5 or 10 years or 15, 20 years and more. Una not protest nothing.
People's power, I wouldn't say that. People's power, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that because they go against the laws of Sierra Leone. No, people's power, I wouldn't say that.
They don't set a precedent.
No, that's true, but I wouldn't say that.
They don't set say if a person come on and go for protest, he will spend a life. If you know,
no, people's power, I wouldn't say that because even though yes, like we get for states that continue for make sure say you know we adhere to the laws them with the rules and regulations of the country. So I wouldn't say that. Yes, it is bitter. I think what we get for doing.
No, Kashi, let me help you.
We get for dealing with.
No, let me help you, Kashi. The two they condemn so today, by grace of God, will condemn tomorrow. No government, no they can't divide people and fly no protest for their words. Protest either if we have to move what you mean no more. There is no illegal protest no day. People must get ready for protest. Former President Kuma, he make a very clear say something and they be annoying but accept that because of democracy. So even if the APC can, and the APC they can't tell them the difference how for government country. That people get ready for protest. If the protester commits crime, you go kill posse, you go burn Mutka, they're not taking cost. But we need to tell any government say if you can, you need another plan for protest because we defend against tomorrow.
Comrade, I feel people's power. I feel people's power and pain, guys. Let it get me. I feel people's power and pain. Good. I feel people's power and pain. I can understand people's power, and I know say people's power is a very decent, and you know
because it is painful.
Yes,
I totally agree. When people's power is up, it is painful. The only thing. Let me take emotions away from development.
So the thing is, Kashi, I think
you know
what we should
talk yesterday about the drug epidemic that comes to Ibrahim. The thing we make like the people that with the inside the drugs deal there, Ibrahim, it will shock you. But the point is, we cannot be doing this because the young man they are, they die, they take drugs, them, their lives they be killed. Now, as a result of bad governance, as a result of that, them not being able to express their frustration. So if you don't take the sentence of how they take, because you don't get work and you don't get nothing for do, you don't get no power, you're afraid for do what you for do. Now they get to take drugs. So
absolutely.
Some of them in there, we need to kind of like focus on the youth man, provide jobs for them.
You know,
what we say yesterday, let me create an opportunity for them, because if they come to the Western world, with them people are going to turn a huge asset to society. So let me try to translate that. And if we cannot do that, if we always go after men are not able to protest, men are not able to express their frustration towards the government.
You know,
of
course. And if I let people's power, they put on the way they put us so to them, because again, when you the shooting at the other foot, you know, you feel say no more. It's But if I were people's power, I can come up from that perspective.
No, but
give me a second.
If we say
because
we go against like our principle.
No, Kashi, you don't understand what I say. Right.
Ibrahim, you know why? Kashi, let me just push power and Ibrahim, let me make an myself with you. Because if you oppose, you criticize APC when it be necessary, join NDC. When SLPP come, you do the same to SLPP, because you see the do thing when you feel say you worse than what they talk to the APC. So we get for stand here, people will look at objectivity. We need to say because SLPP, the thing they don't talk about the platform will left, so they say like don't be left and but trust me, Ibrahim, I know say you if it's APC can apart tomorrow, and then the only minister, they say they go be first for protest. So they be the first ones, me I need to plea. Because protest are fully right. So we don't make them no say protest now everybody right. No government for tamper that day. No government no for come and who support government or ever encourage any government, because we have to understand no one stays on top forever. Sometimes we might think for like 20, 30 years, but sometimes one day we can pick in or you can pick in, and then we that we government bad people don't allow Albert Magai in type for happiness. And that might be to do so. We always fight against that because we always allow
protest. Ibrahim, the way when we want to look at protest now, where you know where you get you picking. When you punish them, when they do something wrong, no means say you hate them. So you get for correct picking a mistake. You and when the people and the parents them, they get to get the way where they kind of like able to express their frustration. They should not be killed for protesting. It should not happen. They should not be jailed because they protest. No. The people get their rights. For God's sake, the people elect. What? So the students of say democracy is for the people, by the people, and of the people. So what do we actually mean by that? Do we actually just use it for song, for make people and dance, for make people and shake their head? Oh, democracy, the government for the people, of the people, by the people. Salon now we own. For so that we wiring? No.
You know,
it is meant for a reason. We supposed to protect them, protect the people. Let the people get the rights, for God's sake. And this is waiting we want for Salon. Because now the only way, now I can repeat when people in the tell me say, oh, Cashbox one seem or they move away from what is a bit. No, I've come to this realization. There is no economy we go better without the security we come with in the talk. The constitutionality where you can talk. When people's power can talk about the people their rights and all that in the people's power. There is no economy where they succeed, where they think they be starved, where they think they be oppressed, where they think they be taken away from the one the way where they define democracy. There is no
absolutely. So that point, and we can switch to Milton Magai College, but to that point, let's just make me points what it's time for make real quick to Comrade and Kashi, giving what people's power they say. It's fine for always let people's power, like we can create that perspective. They say, hey, wait till they do so now, if they do unto you tomorrow, it go fine. So that is it, because we all say we not go agree. Tomorrow we not go agree, but what we get for push for is prosecutions. That is the biggest thing communicated at Cashbox and people's power. We have to push for prosecutions. People have to see Selu Talker. People get for see Selu Talker, the magistrates and judges then try them for the case them in that country, because the Kaki always say we have to have a truth and reconciliation commission again in that country. Bring people and come publicly now. Selu Talker, look and ask them. You feel say you for sentence somebody to 27 months in prison, 2 years jail because you have a placard for protest? You think say he right? Then they can judge Selu Talker in front of the people of Sierra Leone. If we not do them, then what's the point for allow people back for reverse and do again the same retributive justice to the one that we do against them? Because otherwise, people don't get trust and confidence in the system, Cashbox. That was the point I was trying to make. We're not going to agree. We're not going to agree and violate anybody in right. But any day, we have to have prosecutions. And this parliament, you feel saying go open up them prosecution in there? They man there for 4 years and then listen to what they tell them. When I feel saying go open up a prosecution against those people, but the time shall come, Comrade Kocha. But you know, Comrade Kashi, let's go to this. Like I would say, we don't want this protest talk here. We don't want. Now, warning this, we don't want to open up a can of worms. But if they force us to open up a can of worms, we might get there. But some people, let's talk about Msg College. What's in the happen day? Whether they go protest against Mr. Philip Kanu. Talk to me, Comrade Kashi, or anybody. We don't want to come in first. People swear.
Thank you, Ibrahim. You know, you see, if I'm watching this, what's in the problem of Salon and dishonesty? You know, Ibrahim, for all these years, you know, one DC, then people, the teachers and lecturers at Msg College come out for protest, see, now vice principal for give them leave allowance. Not in the principal, in the vice, the level of protest against the chancellor, now the vice, that go protest against. All these years, whether man for election as union, they have all been a supporter because he was speaking their language.
Not to say important, but I think it's the principal, but the vice chancellor. Principal of Msg, but the vice chancellor. Yeah, just to say important.
I think that they call him the head. Now they call him vice chancellor. The vice chancellor or the head. So like right. At the head,
right?
It's like that's how they define.
Okay, now the principal, but the vice chancellor of the university.
Yes, yeah.
But Ibrahim, all these years, the 4 years down the line, they not protest against the principal for leave allowance. When they inform SFB lecturers, you know, we all been the fiscal demand to support them. The fiscal demand, whoever no go do this actual ethics, so they not protest against them. When the man don't decide now not to just for say hold them, but it can't public because instead something in the Ibrahim, me I go let somebody say, no bad you do not. If you bad realize say you don't do bad, God says let me God forgive you. God says no matter how you bad, they realize this bad I do so. He asks for forgiveness, they forgive you. Anybody realize for change from this man being administration, this is a life Ibrahim. Me, I accept you because I know say you don't ready for change for moves a lot to a better. Now that way they be saying they don't see SFB bad one at all. They never protest. Ibrahim, they just protest now just because the man one he don't expose then lecturers are within the police then the lecturers union then the pauper then the book and then police centers them and the book and neck for them able read salon people and vote for them and book and power so then are untouchable. We prosecute them. They're not happy. Then go make a set of combination with them for them begin talk see because then you always point at nothing. SLP they always point at nothing and we church them. As the church is man and not make it be so. There will be no man at the man we be the support SLP all the years. There will be no man at now we from SLP lecturers, you know. They only no man at the man they begin pass at time we prosecute lecturers them for where they go tamper people and picking them. You way they make so today if you like help picking them lecturers them hold it out if you do them hold lecturers so high for being feel. They only know us in another because you don't tamper people picking them. And then people like they go until as well like terrorists them. Or like racism. Racist as a point of balance, you don't feel bad. You know, ever historical or law check now, so I go talk something more, then pull out of context, then make commission for investigator. So I'm gonna come out and say now if you want you, they don't look by Shawnee, more look at the exactly as statistics secret, then they call them by Shawnee, Mame Bangura, Mame Kamara, Ibrahim, Sisi, them didn't call them by statistics by name, not statistics publicly, all see them. They don't do that, so they give people a job by name, by tribe, not so secret, they begin films, I'm gonna come out and say talk tribalism. All kinds of things. When they been in a government opposition, when they talk say APC government, na tribal government, nobody know for that too. Nobody know for that. In Angola, we get a lot of all land like that. Still now, they don't be falling now. They major kind of don't go now. And so many people they do the top government position. They not ever subsidize. When it is way the awareness now. He did it as chief of operation. So much on that director general. This like we did this soon. Nine the financial awareness. When I also ask you to go to. I come here. They make it clear that the GTT reports. They make it clear say yes. Stabilize the country. They make it so they be fancy say. No, but not tell us in at this. As you talk them tribalism don't count. You don't have problem. When that lecturer talks, that principal talks, but them are saying they pass mark. Anything now they want to party business. Anything they want to tribal business. And then SLP proper business and this and tribalism they make then they do so. But they say the man that was a protest against them. Una lecturers, una disgrace, including now more as it now they not man go you na woman. You they say they don't go rape the kid them. They don't go rape them because I rape that day. You know, go mind for good back that principle for say no, me na woman, I don't go support this year. And I go placard for so they say woman support. You know disgrace to womanhood. For them go support lecture, for them go file application for credit, you know disgrace. Now they talk all kind of rubbish and social media against her. You know, we they continue to tell people say we platform will not care if you're an APC or SLPB or NGC or C4C or PMDC or ADP. All we care about are your rights. We no one know if that man have been SLPB from time immemorial. We just want to play the level of dishonesty of people, and now today they go protest it because of the man. Let you give them the leave allowance. Do so because you don't touch election as a winner pauper. You don't talk about say tribalism. The Labour talk. All man talk about tribalism. I see they talk say the man. No, we get for call tribalism out. But there's no secrets. We get for call them out because no one is there. Other government can't take that same trajectory. We get for call them out.
How long from the Twitter? How long they not talk about the leave allowance? How long they not talk about the leave allowance?
4 years.
Why now? Now they talk about the leave allowance.
Yeah, because the man not exposed until exposed. We go for call tribalism out. If you then get my make GCT report, inside the report, people names and tribes we are mentioned in the report. Ibrahim, you know, not to call the tribalism to man, be all appointments you do first. Law check from when big appoint people in a top position there. Law look at the military. This appointment to do. The two appointments, the commander force and Minima Alpha from Kenima, Picky Lavon, Minima from Boo, Law Canada ONS, the coordinator, the Minima Black Cook, the deputy coordinator, and Spanas and Minima, the director general Idris, as well as Idris and Minima, the deputy Masin Lavon, Picky Lavon is small brother, the chief of operation, that Mola Idris, as well as Idris Yonkul. Now we go. Now we can at the police force. Look at appoint the IG, the DIG, every other sector. No, look at them. We get for call them out. We just get for controversy out. We don't want this thing for happiness alone. Not one time a day. The test report say no single tribe not forget more than 30%. Now any office, no gonna ONSD, 99.9%. No gonna the military, no gonna the police, no gonna statistics, no gonna NEC. So we get for call them out. As they call them out, so come, it doesn't trouble Ibrahim. As the always say, when they throw stone, who say dog them boku, the dog will cry. Now in the stone hits. Let me tell you something, Ibrahim. You see what make dog no they look way possible to dog they run away. What make they put on the talk so they want people them. That's one of the reason. When dog mama ready for die, he called the dog. He say one day they cry, every person tell me also say no. He say well I'd advise you. Anyhow he believe himself, we possible to not try for nothing the grab put. Oh now they make so today. They pa una never force no butu. If na try to pull and grab nothing the grab put, no go fight for una. One tribe, 16 tribe against one tribe. Even inside the Mende way they say APC, they know they ever enjoy them, go rape them, burn their house, kill them, able. Now this man job because the teacher they don't take pop put up on the head with them tribe, they don't turn trouble for now. Now they say let resign. Now they say let give leave allowance. And all kinds of they come out 4 years down the line. Now never talk to let resign because he been identify himself as SLP pauper. Now I know say not now they talk as not he left to people them. We got to be honest. Now be honest in all you can be SLPP. You know mean say if SLP they do by for support and by force. You can be APC, you know mean say if not by force. The country is bigger than all of us. Salon be past APC SLP by far. If we all take Salon, say Salon 9 objective. Trust me, I'm already get social media platform. Because what the goal objective say, na Salon, equal opportunity. What me that fasting now they can't 4 years down the line, no protest for leave allowance. We no protest for salary. Nothing. Now. We don't prosecute now. For na tribalism. For na parties we na depend. Now let them na lie. That Monday, no, for any other misconduct too. But this one, that case, the lecturers say we don't prove. Man, first lady this first lady is say hands of a girl. Now, case to this are clear evidence. Come on, not evidence. Come on, just suspect rape, no evidence. This one now, the principal don't talk say the videos they do that evidence and the pictures. First lady, ever talk say let them hold them man because they say we go can be. I say any man they cage the rape man, then they cut him dick, but they cut like Rose Smith. Now the proper lecturers, ever make a statement. Even talk to when they arrest them. They left them free, just suspend them. Ebo Ibrahim. Kamarimba and any Nigerians they now appeal for just allegations because they don't prove beyond doubt. They refuse to appeal. This is now evidence. They can get the pictures and the videos. The principal say it gets an hand. Now make it take the action. What's it mean enough for them? They not for the members. Why they not for try? They can't try Kamarimba because the law now for certain people them. So who now they listen? Who now they supposed to say, "Hey, that man be SLP, let them punish him." That's not an excuse. It's not an excuse. Now we try for at least not try for change minds, set from that party politics. Say they not even no put. No. This was a position the worst for them can legitimize rape for picking at school. Because now the non-girl lecturers in our university and now might say, all the people at the different universities don't become vulnerable. Because they don't do an ability guy, they don't left both. So they go to an Ajala left both. They go to an IPAM, go left both. They go to an IPC, I got nothing to do self now. Oh no. This is a common secret. Ebo Ibrahim. Now they can select
what's not SLPP teachers them and lecturers and they're safe.
Right.
Exactly.
You know, it's comrade, you know, it's again going back to people's power and points where you make earlier where you self don't confirm. So, you know, waiting the happen at Salon de like today, we all get a responsibility for say, even if I'm a political party or I'm a tribesman them, when they do wrong, call them out. Comrade, this whole thing with this MMC, there's a forum where they had me when I MMC for MMTU forum, right? A particular guy did it. This guy was a guy where, and I'm not saying this because there was a lot of them why they help back then. Comrade, this guy was suffering. This guy not be get job. This guy tell woman get belly. I buy clothes them for an American. This is my way. It gets in that mende guy. But you know, before 2018, you know they point out, man, I know Sabi Uda na Uda. You know, if you're not person, you're nice to me, we are friends. I don't be they pick this, I know this person in tribe, not know the tribe, no, you know, I don't say the name them sound funny, but I don't ever really pay attention to that other than that. You know what I mean? So when this guy, bruh, I buy clothes that ask, you know, Aja can look me like at the show, I always say, I can tell you, help, not all man for help. But I'm like, no, you have to do what you have to do because you have to prove a point. This guy, I buy clothes then for a young baby, when woman is born, I buy clothes that American, why they ship things them, I put and day for him, you know, because, you know, that guy, where he's a bit talk to person. Until this SLPP kind of power, now I know say this guy, now this kind of person, I begin to watch that forum, the way they post, what they post, even to this Philip Kano thing. If it's really guy right, I know if I believe, and a guy will sabi Philip Kano very well. It's a him because now they all be whatever they all be the guy. So I'm like, oh my God. You know, you see all those things. These people know they call out them brothers and sisters for the wrong they're doing. When they picking and they rape girl picking them. No, that is not important to them. And this is not just one of many. I can talk and say this General Kaloko, one of the others, so General Kaloko. This what now they put money, I give my kituman to a wave. This, you know, all them people here with the seal and they misbehave so they like it today. So all them, you know, it's pathetic. But you know, Cashbox, go ahead and come on in. You know, give me a check on this thing.
Ibrahim, you see, we country dog voting, and I can always tell people and say tribalism now the root cause and so, the problem right now.
Tubu is commoting.
Yes, Tubu is commoting people's power. Thank you very much. You know, like Salon really don't voting to the extent that Tubu is commoting right now we country. Because you see, Ibrahim, when you look at everywhere now we country, I don't tell you say it will go like na AYV 98.1 when they talk na Facebook. Watch the people the surnames of people that they defend and oppose. They tell you all about Salon, how Salon they right now. I am not kidding, Ibrahim. So the extent now people now they kind of like they try to change their surname them on Facebook because they can change anything just for making it not sound like that way. But this is exactly what they go on that Salon right now. Ibrahim, you know, back in the days, I remember when I was in school, yeah, like a teacher now Edwards be say one comment. He was a northerner. Now I say there is no way in the left teaching, this not possible way do economics, I think. Like it begets way for go work in a Bank of Sierra Leone. He say, but when Pekin they grow up, they get to a stage for making begin sit Beke now and Waske and all that in the day. Now the guy say he not the left teaching work until in Pekin sit Beke and Waske done. He said because this guy another now, Ibrahim. He said in the left teaching work. He said because the way we're not seeing the teaching profession, it depends on your surname. Now you get good grade. He said it, and I'm not kidding, Ibrahim. This man say and look at the way where the country they go, even to the students they now by surname. If you not take them, if you not be extra nice, if you not play the game like I say you they support SLPP, if you not play the game like I say you belong to this party, Ibrahim, if you not take them, then go fail you for nothing just because of your background. Everywhere you go now in Salon, even to primary school, if you don't take them, they will suppress you. This is the extent to which tribalism don't go. You know, Ibrahim, I can always tell people them. I get like I grew up, you know, like what you they talk to back in the days. We don't know like waiting when he come out of politics. You know, the many people are the nicest people when you come out of politics. Although like when you say nicest, you don't know what they mean anymore.
Right.
And I tell you, Brian, I get a family where I don't want to call their surname because their surname unique. If I call them judicial, except people they go on after them. These are many people. Ibrahim, we grew up together. Like where I say close. In fact, I will only say the name Alama right now. We are very, very close. Like I see the woman, like mama to me, like mama figure. Like in beginning, I don't even want to express how close we are. But the only thing we be like for them, I mean, yeah, we get a relationship, they're objective and all that thing in there. But Ibrahim, like now we can't get also rotten to the extent that like you and I mean, they look what they do this guy. When the beginning, like what the comrade don't say, when the teacher they rape, none can not come out and protest, say the teacher they need for resign. To the extent that they even kind of like reappoint them for when they come back to their position. They replace them for when they come back to their position. Nobody, no protest. When it comes to like the guy when I be the whistleblower, they sack him. Then I guarantee you, Ibrahim, now because the vice chancellor come now and tell them, say, no, this is not right. But guarantee you, now set them up so where they record them. I guarantee you.
And he talked the truth.
That is people are back. Now they go set them up. Now they go set them up. And I mean, listen to the guy when they throw the questions them. You see, say the questions them are very, very tempting.
Yes, now you record them. Now you record them. Now your voice now the loudest now the audio.
Exactly. So you know what? If we go down, we all go down. Ibrahim, this is the problem where we get now we country. Maybe you don't talk like don't preach tribalism and all that thing in there. But we see even when in preach like with other than beginning, they begin to go after the mayor and Samuel Kamara and all that thing in there. This is not the culture. Even when Samuel Kamara they try to point them out, say we need for stop. Oh, if you not talk Mende, the same thing when the mayor can talk, and the same thing now in this lecturer talk because of the culture. If you don't talk Mende, you know these guys they never own my business. They don't sabi rule the country. That's the fact. If they sabi rule, Ibrahim, can you imagine the dollar is getting to 20,000 now? 20,000. People cannot say the fault of this government.
18,000 as per yesterday. 18,000.
Cashbox. Let them go back and check your archive and check your records. You know, Cashbox, we for left, comrade, we for left upload you. We for begin go back now to 2016, 2018, 19. Begin pull out the audio.
Just the post, yeah. They will just post the audio them every time now, Ibrahim, because everything will affect Salon Delicate today. We've said it. I guarantee you, Ibrahim, everything will affect Salon right now. We have said it. This university thing about tribalism and all that thing, but almost we don't talk about tribalism. Then begin to tell we say, begin to label, we say, we're not tribalism, we preach.
Of course. Although they catch up later on, they catch up. Yeah, later on, they catch up back. Say, then guy na Twitter they talk. Where the team begin more than them.
Exactly. We talk about Alfred Peter Conte about the APC. Look at the disarray where APC depends so they like it today. We talk about the COI and all that in the day, Ibrahim. You know, Ibrahim, when you look at that country, it is so rotten. Now, sets them going to go set this guy up just because they don't say in another now. But these are the facts. These are the things that would affect Salon. But look, we dollar, 17,000, 7,500 a day, before the guy they come. It run to 20,000 now, Ibrahim. What is the reason for that? You know, I go do a detailed audio about this currency. Maybe people understand. Because it's like I say, Salon people, again, Ibrahim, the possible say, why make we need for the go over the thing there, or maybe send we audio them? Because there's at least one person go join the clan where they listen to we audio them now. So we get for kind of like they repeat them or kind of like they redistribute the audio them again. Because all of these things, them, how a country goes sit down. You know, Ibrahim, one of the key functions of like a central bank, now for make like the able manage during like difficult times, like global crisis, financial crisis, one of the key functions. But a bank governor they can't until we say, you know, they able to do anything as long as the COVID and Ukraine war, they able to do anything. The Ukraine and COVID war, now I make the Ghanaian finance minister don't be sacked or resign. It was forced to resign. The Ukraine and Russia COVID war. Now I make the UK government don't change past almost government. The Ukraine and COVID crisis. Now I make like Germany. They do everything possible. They even Germany when we get a policy for budget surplus. Now we're the only Western country we believe we get a policy for budget surplus. Right now they don't go against that because of like the Ukraine and Ukraine war and COVID. How you go tell one of the key rules them of bank governor now for make you kind of like job in financial crisis for make you kind of like bring policies there. This bank governor they tell me say you listen to the president. He say the hardship in the world ain't not able to protect the Sierra Leonean people.
I'm telling you.
But yet still, some people they know they focus on this. They just still say now just rates. These words them in a pool. Let prime minister or president or whatever around the world say the kind of thing in there. If they sleep, so I swear, Ibrahim, they take 1 month, they come out.
Let Joe Biden talk that one day. Joe Biden of America.
Yes.
He said, I'm looking for help America people again.
Yes. Protect them.
Now impeachment. Cashbox, now impeachment.
Yes.
Now impeachment.
You guys talking there, but we are president. They talk fatale, they don't even care. They do not respect the people. It goes back to the fact that we, the people in the salon, we the people, we are not respected. There are people that don't get one respect for we. Now so respect they give we. They don't respect themselves, they get sugar. Now so they make it anyhow. They eat, they make it like condom. They make it like people are already in a prison, like we come here and tell we say the food na Panemba Road. Ibrahim, I'm telling you, we country rotting. This guy, I guarantee you, people did not come out for protest and say, the lecturer the way abused them, picking them, they need for go. No, they did not. Because why? They are Mendes. Look, the name they will be called the Momo, the Vandis. Like, what's that the other name there?
They're all Gamanga.
If they don't Mendes, they're SLPP supporters.
Oh, absolutely.
Then the SLPP lecturers union and all that thing, and they are protected above like the citizens, above the constitution.
Oh yeah.
Where is Fatima Bio like waiting come to talk? Like answer for our girls. Where is Fatima Bio? No, because they are SLPP.
Yeah.
They feel obligated for protect them. Ibrahim, people are right now, they fail people in another country. Whether the colleges them, whether the schools them, then they fail them, suppress them, give them fully grade. We don't able to make them progress in their life just because they come out from the northern side of the country. How we go get society like this? How? So a society, the parts where the annoying thing now when they say people in the Western world, you get people right now, like the black people, ethnic minorities them. Then they give and they favor them somehow because they say and say, no, we need to empower them. The culture is there, that is society there. They need to empower the black and Asians and all that in the day. But no, Salon, now the same self that you want to suppress you, they want to make you know, they may say you are not part of us. How long we go live in such society? Ibrahim, like they get this thing, we like now EDI, like in fact it's very popular, like equality, diversity, and inclusion. Mm-hmm. They believe in that.
Absolutely.
Companies are obliged for adhere to such principles.
Oh yeah.
They are obliged, they force them for adhere to that because that's the bring waiting at the world, the C word, Ibrahim.
The confidence for sure.
Thank you. Over to you, Ibrahim.
Kashi, people's power, they bring you in here shortly. Give me 1 second more. Kashi, to that point where you make so you see Salon people will get to understand something there. So at the end of the day, that the country interest and can force now for put above everything else. Everything we talk now, so for us it's like a repetition. With a remedial no more now. We just go over everything, because we've been saying these things again and again. You know why we continue to forget this tribalism that permeates our society? Now because Parliament, we're responsible for make sure they put their foot down, particularly so the leader of the opposition in Parliament, Cherikoko, we for look and see the amount of Sierra Leoneans they would have lost and job them since SLPP kind of power. Then they pull them based on tribes. We see in a statistics Sierra Leone, which we mentioned earlier shortly. All of these things, they call them by name, then they fire them. People and they lost and job them. And when I think about the effects of all of them, they migrate and they scatter. Families are divided because now they're way angry belly. The man not able to with something again, not they work. Wait till the end of forgot to go sleep with other man, go begin live a frivolous lifestyle, just for get money for can feed them pick it in the house. Swear money for can feed the pick it. How pick it and go better. Where they go take other man money for can feed people. But these are all the things where they affect with society. When you look at people's power, 179 ministries, departments, and agencies. 179 ministries, departments, and agencies. 166 of those 179 are all headed by Mendes. And then Philip Kanu, because that's him, the man, we don't support SLPP. Now that he say, okay, I'm going to put my foot down, I protect the girl picking there when they rape. Then lecture I wouldn't keep okay, so the video them picking there. I cannot stand for this under these circumstances. Low fire them. I fired them. It gave them. Now they say the man, because then go set him up for do a recording. When I told the guy, tell them, so I control that whole system. The many business people don't gains all over the country. People don't tire. I tell them the truth. They don't have to pay attention to that the people's power. Come on in, my brother. Talk to me, brother. Oh, they lost people's power. All right. Well, look like so they lost people's power. But Comrade Kashi, I mean, for me, we can round the now. Left to no more.
Yeah, I think it's a lot around that because the bottom line is people will be honest and how they relate to things. The too much politics that people eye don't make them non-blind to the intention yet on board in the future.
Yeah.
Because if they bash at somebody because of politics, I don't see any reason for that somebody. All we know is what's in a bad, world for come as a nation, we condemn and say this is bad.
Absolutely.
It's when I go to world for come as a nation and support and say good.
Yeah.
But what happens with today, Nasalon, Ibrahim, politics, tribalism, don't like alone.
Bad.
Tribalism and politics, and they don't like alone. So people have to look at two things. One, law way for support because of tribes. Mina Timniman, Mina Limbama, Mina Madingoma, Mina Mendiman. If you Mendiman do bad, and I don't know if about it to do. If you do bad, I don't know about it to do. If Flaman do bad, I don't talk say you come to Flaman. No, don't look at somebody. I always talk and say Ibrahim Kaspos, critics are part of human growth. Anybody who needs an offering criticism, they need to go. Because you, that people have to look at things and critically and tell you, this you do good, this you do wrong. That people they evaluate you. So you can allow. So we will listen, we will get picking them, we will see, not just look at the one thing we that principal do, for they expose them bad lecturers they are. I think the other university and copy them would they get less of them kind of thing. Certainly for poor picking, if you do have a hold to ransom. How many guys picking them are going to do so? I go to Angry. How many going to go to Sabi? Because I that and this got come up and then, but how many picking and also for them are parents here? So picking for me go first year at university. Say 5 years in the sofa under them Ebo Ibrahim. So if you go to come then, let them make let them say president Pandey. Let nobody even care and cuff teachers them. I always give the example because they say they take a bribe by picking them. They go put them consider. Why what about the one now? We be say then go to poor picking them. Then all the transfer for great.
Thank you.
Ibrahim would not commit the worst crime. Now they not for picking them. They say they help them for say, oh, you're wrong. For go take money, say, and they make like pass. You're wrong. But would not commit the worst, Ibrahim.
I'm telling you.
Would not commit the worst.
We have rapists using undue influence.
Picking their unwilling sex. Now, in the charge them people for when they carry on special courts, where they file a woman, we thought willing. If they force her for do something, don't say go grip her. But because we put condition beyond, it get for you in private part of what you want. Ibrahim. So, in the future, law makes us see that lecturers when they go put a cotton tree, when they are confident, go put in a cell for money. Then they will go rip so. Then go follow the picking them by force. They force the picking them, the picking them. Ibrahim, let them continue. The same tribe, once them put in a cotton tree, tie the banner up and say and repeat them. Once them continue for go on at the court, like the whole commanding by myself for allegation and they get evidence in, once them go behind bars because all say the maximum punishment for rapists as alone na life imprisonment. That's the maximum punishment. So once Ibrahim, we don't get space now set if we get teacher them for go begin picking them, begin telling them say they pass you for if you don't know for me, I already pass you. How many picking them are gonna feel? We be saying price picking them gonna feel them because they're not over there go sabi.
Yep.
So don't tell me say most guys people they feel like college those they're full. Now because they really don't for the lecturers them. That's the clear evidence, Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
That's the clear evidence.
Absolutely.
You don't say so because they feel like college when I got picking, not to fool them. We don't see the cause, the reason why they feel. Because they're not looking for the lecturers. This thing for be example. We matter if it's serious. Matter who say Abraham that's why they talk now. So that means I can go pick that doctor. Where he can sack himself, say left and day. Everybody do matter be government, hence you that pauper, it supports you. It is tapping them back, say, go ahead. When they be fancy Steve Salomoni, it's not a political baptism. You see, a president when they support all parties them. They need to condemn none. If not, if you mean that be mad about today, you get sober advisors them in government be sober. The lecturers and they right now, if we're all the front line, if we don't begin trying themselves because evidence. Evidence day.
Yeah. Ill-advised president.
You see?
A fountain of honor, you know.
Nonsense. No. You know, it's pathetic. For all get evidence, you say lecturers and they go force speaking them, pass and know them, you know. Now it's a sex slave. That's sex slave, this Ibrahim.
Absolutely.
In the they get sex with her, but you know, really. No, see, no one do them. But if you don't do them, even if you get sense past Jesus Christ, for example, sense past Prophet Muhammad in the film. So, you know, then pick here, look at, you know, imagine you they go do so when pick as my top minister, that lecture with MC, and I will be following college.
Yes.
And they don't pick and they let man pass there.
No.
So the principal they suffer not because we don't have to expose them. That means the police and tribalize them. We they stand what you say, that lecturers they there for prosecute. What it makes instance of expand as small, that way even allow for them to build them. That way even allow for them to build them because you know, example, they can find the biggest corruption this we will investigate. You get tax force.
Comrade, not so the principal go allow whether for bail policy, not so you go determine whether for bail, whether not for bail. The principal don't hand them over to the police. So
right.
Now the police now is left to whether they
prosecute.
Bail, but the police when the principal not get anything again for do whether for bail them or not for bail them. He don't arrest, he don't hand over to the relevant authorities them.
Right.
So the principal are not feel say get anything whether they left them or they not left them.
Yeah,
that's why they not so you there again.
Now prosecutions now. But yeah, you know, I see that point. And comrade, you made very salient points them as well. You know, backed up by what people say so there. Very salient point because at the end of the day, when you look at the girl picking there, 20, 30 years down the line, that lecturer going to look and say, "Boy, I don't sleep with her." Look at who I like today. You know, look at like a fall. You know, look at like not so better mortal man. But there's another aspect to this thing where they miss too. Man, them where they get problems with some of these lecturers because of them picking their college back. Lecturer they feel certain guy them just because something. You know, say this speaking and boyfriend is not college. It is fail in class just because of that. Because you know, we don't go begin mix your personal life, you know, with sexual things inside. You left your educational theory for focus, or you don't go begin mix by people. These are now the other side of the aspect back way, man, the way they are affected by this whole thing. So there is a ring within our education system that needs to be broken up, and this is not just a gist of which you will see. So all universities should be investigated. If you get some members of parliament, they will serious right now because the president will not do it. This is not something for set up a committee, not for set up a committee for August 10 protest. This is not a thing where a member of parliament, like when you talk about kind of they make Mr. Education, they get 5 honorary degrees. This is not something where for PENA. Can you for ask for a committee right now for open up an investigation into this sex for grades allegation in Sierra Leone? But you know what I'm going to tell you? They say no give Salon bad name, but country they are not can give you bad name. People say, we're not the round up now. But you know, before you, I don't know if you get anything for say. I will step away for like 4 or 5 minutes if you want to say anything, or we can left this message now. People's power.
Yeah, definitely. We will let fire Ibrahim. Before we let fire, Lord, we just want to tell ECSL, NEC, and tell them say they are the big. Let them publish the number of people and we register our constituency, ward, and district. There are people and not patient for so long. We almost they go.
No, people are not correct you. We need to beg them. We need to tell them
because now the responsibility.
Yes.
Now the responsibility. You write cash box. Now the responsibility for make them ensure say. Then go out yonder and pull the publication. Let we all see them. Let we know how we stand. Thank you, Ibrahim.
Thank you, Salon people. Again, we don't have to open up the can of worms. Salon people, and don't pay attention to the real issues that will affect the society. Continue for calling members of parliament out. The PR system will not want to. It's a violation of the Constitution. It is a treasonous act. With the proclamation document, we might be signed. We want for see. Parliament, wanna step up.
Also, Ibrahim, maybe we need to discuss that. You know, we don't forget about Samson safety, the women and burial because they can't. The government you link your loss, and they give you.
Yes.
When they give you one, we forget about the other one.
Right.
Samson is that one. Now you make the car with the PI system. Now you make the car with say, hey, Bola kill picking. Then guide the now linky loss. A linky loss. Now they give you that country.
Yes. They always continue for create the narrative. So then they put we always on the defensive. Always. And that is the mistake of the opposition in Sierra Leone as well. They've never put these guys on the defensive. All the time that they get in and they come to offend, that they can't offend, then we defend. Instead of going after them. If we get serious opposition in that country, all the Baku problem we happen in that country not for happen. Because when you allow, then guy like a picking where you get ADHD, you wild, you get for a run and play. If you don't engage that picking with some physical activities, you go do your own thing. And they go end up now, you don't take they go broke foot. I know these SLPP guys. Because the opposition, they always allow them for continue for do what they want for do. They are always on the offensive against the opposition. Anyway, with the left hand, I don't know convolute this message. But when now they sit on the fasting, they talk like corner about protest, no protest. Nani do not self good, nani do not country good. Lord left hand, so they say they sleeping dogs lie. When I left hand, so no more. Bye bye, everybody. A warning, all right.